All right, let's dive into a real mystery today. We're going deep into Harry Potter. But before he even knew about magic, before Hogwarts, think way back to the beginning of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Remember Harry living with the Dursleys? It wasn't exactly a happy family.
No, not at all. It's how the book starts. We're introduced to Harry, this seemingly ordinary kid,
Mhm.
but he's stuck in this really dull life with his aunt, uncle, and their spoiled son, Dudley. But you can just tell something's not quite right. There's a hint of something more, something kind of extraordinary, just below the surface.
Right. The Dursleys are something else. They treat Harry like, I don't know, an unwanted guest, practically sticking him in a cupboard under the stairs.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
It's almost like they want to just erase him.
Yeah, make him disappear. Has anyone ever felt that way? Like they're hidden away, like their own family doesn't see who they really are, their potential?
That cupboard. It's a really powerful symbol, like that feeling of being ignored, underestimated, like your true self is just being, held back, stifled.
And they do eventually give Harry a bedroom, but it's really just Dudley's old room overflowing with all this broken junk.
Right.
And the detail that really gets me, they make him wear Dudley's old Smeltings uniform, dyed gray.
Ah, yes. Smeltings.
No.
Dudley's fancy private school. It really highlights the difference in how they're treated. Like, Harry's constantly being reminded he's not really one of them, not part of their world.
It's like they're trying to, I don't know, make him a copy of Dudley, a faded, washed-out copy, instead of letting him be his own person. And this sets the scene, really. We have this dreary, almost, I don't know, suffocating atmosphere. And then, bam! A letter arrives, addressed to Harry.
And it's not just any letter. This is no ordinary envelope. It's thick parchment, written in emerald green ink, and sealed with purple wax. And get this, it's stamped with a coat of arms, a lion, an eagle, a badger, a snake,
Wow.
and a big H right in the center. Definitely not something you'd expect in the Dursleys' perfectly normal world.
And as you can probably guess, the Dursleys freak out. They totally lose it. It's like they recognize what this letter means, a threat to their carefully controlled world. And they go to some pretty crazy lengths to stop Harry from reading it. I mean, Uncle Vernon actually burns the first letter.
Yeah, their reaction is almost comical. Like, they nail the mail slot shut, board up cracks in the house, even resort to using a food processor to shred the letters.
A food processor? Wow. What are they so afraid of?
Control, wouldn't you say? They want everything to be normal, predictable. They're terrified of anything that disrupts that. And magic, well, that represents everything they can't control or even understand.
Okay, that makes sense. But does it work? Does that stop the letters?
Oh, not even close. The letters just keep coming, more and more every day, flooding their pristine home. It's like something is absolutely determined to reach Harry, no matter what.
Yeah.
See, it's like trying to stop a flood with a single sandbag. The sheer volume of these letters, it's like a testament to this force, this unseen force that's trying to connect with Harry.
Okay, but the Dursleys, they don't give up easily, do they? What do? I mean, they can't just ignore this magical letter avalanche.
Their solution is, well, it's pretty extreme. Imagine this. The Dursleys, in a desperate attempt to, escape these letters, pack up Harry and Dudley and just flee their home.
Wait, they run away? Seriously, where do they go?
They end up in this, well, you could call it a shack. It's more like this rundown hut, perched precariously on this tiny rock in the middle of the sea.
What? They really think they can outrun letters?
It really shows how far they'll go to keep Harry isolated, from his true self.
Wow, talk about an overreaction. So no one can find them, no letters. But I have a feeling this isn't going to end well. Do the letters find a way?
Of course they do.
Yeah.
Even in that remote, storm-battered shack, the letters find Harry down the chimney like a magical downpour, defying all logic. It's as if the universe itself is conspiring to deliver this message to Harry, wouldn't you say?
A chimney full of letters. That's great. The Dursleys must have been horrified. But it really drives home the point. This force, it's unstoppable. Harry's connection to this world, to this unseen world, it can't be broken, no matter how hard they try.
Exactly. This isn't just about misplaced letters. It's about destiny. It's about a boy who's meant for something greater than this narrow world the Dursleys have created for him. Now, let's shift gears a little bit and talk about why these letters are so important.
Okay, so why all this effort? What's in those letters that's worth all this chaos?
Remember, Harry's about to turn 11. And in the wizarding world, that's a significant age. It's when young witches and wizards, they receive their acceptance letters to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
So those letters, they're invitations to a magic school, like a golden ticket to a world beyond anything Harry could even imagine. The Dursleys are trying to keep him from going to school. I mean, who does that?
They're blinded by their fear, right? They see magic as something dangerous,
Yeah.
uncontrollable. It's a threat to their worldview. They just don't get it. Magic can be a source of wonder, creativity, even power when it's used responsibly.
So they're forcing Harry into a life of, what, mediocrity? Because they're afraid of the unknown. Talk about stifling someone's potential. Do they really think they can, hold him back forever?
It's a lost cause. They can try to hide him away. But the truth, it always has a way of, coming out. Think about it. Have you ever felt like you were meant for something more than what people expected of you? Like there's this whole world out there just waiting to be discovered.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone has those moments where they dream of something bigger, something more. But back to the story. We left the Dursleys in a shack, a chimney full of letters. Do they give up? Do they let Harry read one?
Not exactly. One final desperate attempt. This time, they end up in this dingy hotel, hoping to just disappear. But guess what?
More letters.
More than they could have ever imagined. The hotel owner, he walks in with this huge stack of letters, like 100 of them, all addressed to Harry. It's the perfect image of their failure, their complete and utter failure to control things.
Okay, that's funny. They really thought they'd finally outsmarted these magical letters, and then the hotel owner walks in with this mountain of mail and hands it right over to Harry. What a moment.
It's perfect. It's full of tension, but also it's really funny. The author uses humor to kind of show how absurd this all is.
Okay.
The lengths they'll go to, they're like, I don't know, cartoon characters frantically trying to escape the inevitable.
Like fighting destiny itself. And as we all know, destiny usually wins. But this scene is a turning point. It's the moment Harry breaks free from the Dursleys and, I don't know, steps into his own power.
The letters become symbolic, don't they? They represent a world of possibilities, a future filled with magic and adventure that the Dursleys tried so hard to keep from him.
It's like each letter is a key, unlocking a door to this world he never knew existed, and the Dursleys are desperately trying to keep it shut.
But even the strongest locks can't hold back destiny forever. The letters, they signal that Harry's journey is about to begin, whether the Dursleys like it or not. And for us, the listeners, it raises questions. What awaits Harry in this hidden world? What kind of magic will he encounter?
Those are great questions, and we're going to dive into those in just a moment. But first, let's take a quick break and reflect on what we've learned so far. We've seen Harry's life with the Dursleys, their desperate attempts to, to keep him from his true self. And this relentless pursuit of these letters, it's clear that something extraordinary is about to happen.
Okay, we're back. We left off with Harry surrounded by a mountain of letters. The Dursleys are defeated, and this whole world of magic is waiting to be discovered. What happens next? This is where the real magic happens. All those other letters, they were just setting the stage. This final letter is different. It's not just delivered, it's hand-delivered. The Dursleys can't ignore it this time. Someone has come specifically for Harry.
Talk about a dramatic entrance. Who is this mysterious letter bearer? I bet the Dursleys were not happy.
It's a half-giant named Hagrid. He's the keeper of keys and grounds at Hogwarts. He's this towering figure with a booming voice, but heart of gold. Imagine this gentle giant barging into their perfectly ordered world. It completely shatters their illusion of normalcy.
Wow. Hagrid sounds amazing. What's his role in all of this? Does he finally tell Harry the truth?
Absolutely. Hagrid tells Harry who he really is, a wizard destined for greatness. He explains about Harry's parents, their tragic death, and the dark wizard who tried to kill Harry when he was just a baby. He even reveals the truth about Harry's scar, that scar on his forehead.
It's not just a random injury?
Nope, it's a mark of his survival, a symbol of his connection to the wizarding world.
Hold on, a dark wizard. This just got a lot more intense. So Harry's not just going to a magical school. He's part of some, epic battle between good and evil.
Yeah, you could say that. Hagrid's arrival. It's the end of Harry's ordinary life and the beginning of his extraordinary journey. He's not that neglected boy living in a cupboard anymore. He's Harry Potter, the boy who lived, a symbol of hope for the wizarding world.
It's amazing how that one scene, it changes everything. It's not about a letter anymore. It's about discovering who you really are, embracing your destiny, and stepping into this world full of magic and possibility.
And it's something we can all relate to. We might not be wizards, but we all have those moments when we realize we're capable of more than we thought. We all have that potential for greatness inside us, just waiting to be I don't know, unlocked.
Yeah, it's like that feeling when you finally find your passion, the thing that makes you feel alive. It's about breaking free from limitations, embracing the unknown.
This whole deep dive into the beginning of Harry's journey, it's been about more than just letters and magic. It's a reminder that there's a world out there, beyond our everyday experiences, a world full of wonder and possibility. It's about finding the courage to, step outside our comfort zones and embrace the extraordinary.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with this. What's your Hogwarts letter? What's calling out to you, urging you to break free and discover your true potential? Maybe it's a hidden talent, or a passion project, or a journey you've always dreamed of taking. Whatever it is, don't ignore it, embrace it, and see where it leads you. You might just surprise yourself.
Remember, the magic isn't just in the stories we read. It's in the stories we choose to live.